Hi, I'm Tessa, and you're about to see a video that I put together of me interviewing my friends about how they participate in the public sphere regarding politeness and awkwardness. I wanted to make this video because I want to see how far we can push people out of their personal space and what created the idea of the personal space. So I interviewed 4 people. I interviewed Nicholas and Christina. Big sigh. I interviewed John the dad. Forget it.
I'm gonna try.
And I interviewed Justine.
Anybody else hear this?
So I asked Nicholas, can you define public etiquette for me? And I really liked his answer.
I guess.
The expectations that society has for us as a standard of behavior.
So I asked all 4 of them, do you think you're polite? And I have to say I was kind of surprised that all 4 of them had the same answer. Do you think you're a polite person?
Yes, I do.
Do you think you're a polite person?
Yes.
Awesome. Alright, so do you guys think you're polite people?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to ask Nicholas and Christina about personal space, and it just so happens that them being next to each other really worked out well. So, can you show me how much distance you would need with a stranger?
Like, I don't know.
Like right there?
Like, okay, wait, like if she were a stranger,
Yeah.
we'd be sitting this far
Yeah.
apart.
And that's comfortable.
Yes.
Okay, but as friends?
Hey!
As relatives? That's like the perfect Christmas card. While doing research for this project, I wanted to experiment for myself. So I did a couple things in an elevator that probably made some people feel awkward. I pressed a bunch of buttons, I stood away I'm not supposed to. So I asked my friends, how far can someone go in an elevator before you feel weird? What activities do you expect in an elevator?
No activities, really. Unless I'm thinking of Resident Evil, and then I expect a lot of people to die.
So, what activities do you guys expect to happen when you are in an elevator?
Awkward silence.
It depends who you're with.
You are alone, and you are surrounded by strangers.
Awkward silence.
Awkward silence. What if I came into the elevator with you and I pressed all of the buttons?
I'd get very upset and say, stop that, please. That would be my first thing.
You're so polite.
Then if you didn't stop it, I'd say, stop it now or I'm going to push you out the door. And I would sincerely mean that.
What would you do if you entered the elevator and I was facing the wall?
I would be very nervous. I would probably step in and then look around and really quickly question whether I should get out. I would actually probably try to get out, and then the doors would close and I would be like, oh, I've committed to this. Like, let's just see what's gonna happen.
I can't believe I did this, but I challenged myself to push the limits of some people's politeness. And what I did was I went to a grocery store and I basically took items out of people's carts and placed them into my own. I asked my friends what they would do if I did the same to them.
I'd be shocked if someone did that to me.
I would confront them. I'd be like, excuse me,
Like, what are you doing?
this is my cart.
My food.
Would you take the food back or would you let them walk away?
I would confront them. I'd be like, excuse me, what are you doing? Like, I would talk to them. I'd be like, excuse me, what are you doing?
Would you confront?
I don't know.
You can find this on aisle 6.
I'd be like, what? I'd probably look at them really weird.
You would let them take your bread, wouldn't you? And you would go grab
I
another.
probably would.
What would you do?
I would probably, like, step back. I mean, if I saw it happen, I'd probably be like, excuse me. I would definitely say, excuse me.
So I asked everyone, do you think society has created the rules of how we should conduct ourselves in public? All right.
Yes.
Do you think society creates rules, like to how we should act in public?
Sure.
I was gonna say we're taught from a young age to like always be polite. At least we're supposed to. Like, we're always taught to say please and thank you. You know, the magic words. What was that? You know what? Somebody say what's the magic word? Please.
Do you think society creates rules to how we should conduct ourselves in public?
Absolutely.
We've talked about public etiquette. You've seen examples from people in the public sphere talk about why they think being polite is important. And we've also talked about how sometimes being awkward goes a little too far. But what I hope you get from this video is some fun, and maybe you'll go home and you'll try to mess around in an elevator as well. Thank you for watching.